Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving back into the love you give me. We're diving into episode 14. I just finished reacting to episode 13, and there, amongst all the sweet moments that we had, there was a bit of a misunderstanding. Minhui walked into Jinxi's office and saw that there was some paperwork basically saying that he was suing her for custody of Shen Shen, and obviously she was not happy about that, so she stormed out. She kicked him out of the house, packed up all his shit, and said, "Get out." But it was a misunderstanding, and he has not been good about explaining that he was not the one who filed for this. He's not the one who wanted this. He just found out about this 10 seconds before she did. Like, he was not great about explaining that. So hopefully in this episode, he will be able to explain himself and we can move past this. We're going to dive in and find out. Oh, they said that's all the flashback you get. I love how every other flashback, it's like this long 5-minute scene. We're going through all these locales and, you know, just all this stuff. And this one, they're like, okay, y'all are going to get 7 seconds of kissing. And that's it. Flashback done. So I'm assuming that's probably the day of conception. I'm assuming that's when Shen Shen was originally brought into this universe. Lord. Another enjoyable episode with lots of different plot points coming. So we got Guanchao Company back into the picture, and we got to see some more of the dynamics between Boss Man, whose name I can't remember, and his wife, who honestly is a badass woman. Since day one, episode 1, clearly their marriage is not one of love and romance. It may have started that way at some point in time, maybe, who knows. But it seems to be that they are married for comfort, business, whatever it may be. He is trying to get in good with her father so that he can one day hopefully inherit the company. I'm assuming that she is probably the only child, and because I feel like normally in these sort of situations, especially culturally, like they would give the company to their firstborn son, they would take over. So since he's like in the running right now, I'm assuming there's not a male heir to this empire. So we had the whole dinner time interactions, and Dad, you could see Dad had kind of a funny look on his face when he said that he lost the Blue Jay financial account, but he's gonna try with some other doctors, and he thinks he can really get the funding, this, that, the other. And Dad had a little look on his face. It's like, you know, someday you'll inherit this, so just don't let me down. Okay, and left it at that. And then once Daddy left, we went right back. We dropped that whole facade, like, okay, we're a happy family, we love each other, and she went straight back to business. Like, look, don't fuck shit up. Just don't fuck shit up. Episode 1, she said, I don't care what relationships you have. Don't embarrass me. Don't do it. That was her only stipulation. So for whatever reason, these pictures from episode 1 of Minhui sitting on his lap or whatever have resurfaced on the internet. Who posted them? Don't know. Jinxie seemed like he wanted to find out. Oh, okay. Hardy, investigate who posted these pictures. So I don't know if that's a plot point that's going to come up again. Kind of like how it was when we saw the other executive or whatever director at Be Agile, when he was trying to take down Minhui's character. So he posted the picture of her getting into some random man's car, and then Jinxie had to step in and be like, hey. But she already, you know, she looked up herself and, you know, traced it back to him and knew that he was the one who posted the picture or sent the group picture out. So I don't know if this is also going to be some sort of running plot line like that, where we're going to trace down who sent it out. Is it going to be that guy again? Is it going to be someone completely different? Is it someone from Guangzhou? Because clearly I don't think that he wants this to get out, because he doesn't want to jeopardize his chances at inheriting the company. Is it the female director of Guangzhou that he seems to be having this affair with, but is also kind of keeping her at a distance? Like, hey, you remember how you became the director of the department, right? You remember this and the other, and then start calling out Minhui's name in while they're in the throes of passion. Is it her? Maybe. Who knows? So yeah, I don't know if that whole expose on the website is gonna play a large part, or if that was just another way to kind of reestablish the dynamic between him and his wife and some of the players that we haven't really seen in a while. But yeah, after later in the episode, she's like, hey, here's the article. I told you, do not embarrass me. Do not make me have to handle this. Do not make me have to clean up your messes. Because he's like, oh, it's the past. It's fine. You were there, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, it became the talk of the town while I was out at tea. My mama called me from out of town, asked me what your relationship with this woman is. If these words even got to my father's ears, so help me, so help him. So please do not make me, because if it gets my father's ears and he decides that he wants to disown you, I'm not going to sit here and be the one to take up on your side. I'm not going to help you. So again, if someone underneath you is out here causing mayhem and mischief, get them under control. Do not make me have to clean up your mess. Boss ass. Love. Like, we've only had like 2-3 scenes with her in the entire series, but still, y'all know I love me a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. So like, let this man know. Let him know about himself. Let's see what else. Minhui's, well, she was off to Shanghai for this conference, and then her manager was like, hey, actually, we're gonna let this director go in your place. And they're like, why? And they're like, here's the website with pictures. We don't want you to be an embarrassment, blah, 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 this, that, the other. Which, from a PR standpoint, I can understand. But also, I feel like this boss is always a little too quick to jump into ideas with this other director, this male director, when it comes to undermining Minhui and Miss Cow. Like, I feel like he is always so quick to try and just not necessarily shut down their projects, but just put a stop or slow them down or do whatever he can to take away attention or funding or whatever, and try and give attention to his male brother. Like, yeah, we're men in this. Men gotta stick together sort of vibe I keep getting. And I'm like, sir, how many times do we have to go through this? How many times we got to shut you down before you realize? So they did it once again. She's like, I'm not going to do that. Are you expect me to write a speech for him so that he can deliver a speech? Because I'm not fucking doing that. Which I'm like, girl, same. If I'm not going to be the one out here to represent my research for my idea, my contribution to the company, I'm not writing something for somebody else to go. Like, no, he can study and write whatever speech he wants to write, but I'm not going to do that. And he's like, oh, well, it can't be so hard. It's just a PowerPoint presentation. Like, no, baby. We are presenting a very revolutionary product that we're working on, very scientifically driven, very technologically driven, to a room full of our peers who potentially could be critiquing, judging, stealing, blah, 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 blah. And it's not just as simple as reading some information off of a PowerPoint, because what if they have questions. The second somebody has a question and you can't answer the fucking question, we gonna look stupid. It's not just reading, clicking through a PowerPoint, baby boy. So that is basically what they said. Like, look, if you don't want me to go, then we will just pull out, because my name was on the fucking invite, not his name. He in no way, shape, or form was invited to this conference. So you can't just send him in my place. That's not how this works. No takesies backsies. And B, even if you did send him, I feel like he would be a bigger embarrassment giving this presentation than I ever could be about some pictures. So if you don't want me to go, fine, then we just will not represent at this particular conference. That one conference is not going to kill us. And then the boss man's like, you know what? I guess since you said that, I guess I was overreacting. You can go. Bye. And you can see that he and other director were about to have some conversation off to the side that they didn't let us in on. And like, again, I don't know why you are so quick to just jump into bed with this man. Well, I mean, the man's fine. Sleazeball, but fine. But I don't know why you're so quick to just jump into bed with this man and like, okay, we're gonna enact whatever plans and try and take down Minhui and Miss Cow this week. And it's like, I need you to just stop. Why is this man even still employed? With all the sexual harassment he has done to all the female employees, why is he still employed? Don't know. Couldn't tell you. But yeah, so Minhui took Chen Chen with her, kind of like a little family getaway. They went a couple days early so she could have some time, and they're going to attend the conference. And all of these fun just perks kept arising. So they're on the plane, and the flight attendant's like, hey, I noticed your son has a sticker that says he had heart surgery. Well, the captain decided that we are going to upgrade your seat, so let's go. And it's like, okay, I'm sure this could happen in some universe, but interesting, convenient, okay, sure. And then the whole thing with the hotel, and clearly she put two and two together. Like, okay, yeah, we're not staying here. GNC's got, his hands are long, which I'm sure they ain't the only thing that's long, girl. But she's like, yeah, no. But I'm like, girl, how much money did he have to pay these people? Not only to like do the upgrades, because obviously that's going to cost whatever, but to like go along with these random ass stories. Because like if I working at a flight attendant or the hotel concierge or something like that, I see people in and out all damn day. Last thing I want to do is have to sit here and go along with some fake ass story somebody told me. So I'm like, how much did you have to pay them to actually come up with the story of, yeah, we saw you had heart surgery and the captain and I decided to upgrade your, or hey, you're the 2,888th person this month, so we automatically upgrade. Girl, why that number? Couldn't you just said you the 3,000th person and just call it? Like, why so random and like, it just, how much money did you have to pay Shinsi to get these people to go along with this? Like, Lord. But yeah, so they're off in Shanghai. They're having a good little time. I guess they're on their way to dinner when Shinsi was trying to, catch up with them, and all of a sudden we have this woman come out of nowhere, Jinxie, and comes, kisses him on the cheek and whatnot, and I'm like, who the hell is this? And they're looking like, who the hell is this? And Jinxie's like, oh no, not her, not now, not like this. And I'm like, what is going on? So lo and behold, sister. And I guess the person who wanted to file the lawsuit originally, because again, our communication is kind of sparse, we'll say, with some of these characters. So Hardy only communicated half the story. So based on half the story, she's like, I'm gonna get a lawyer so you can have your son back. And then he explained things to her, and we're all fine, but things were just not explained in a timely manner. So miscommunications, misunderstandings, they happen. I do enjoy Cindy and her learning in Chinese and being terrible with these idioms. I'm like, baby, just speak straightforward. Don't try and use these idioms because you're not ready for them yet. And yes, kind of made matters a little worse because she spoke out of turn and didn't really say words she meant to say, and Minhui, who was just starting to, kind of maybe go a little easy on Jinxie, like, okay, maybe things aren't quite what they seem, was snapped back into that reality. It's like, oh yeah, know your enemy like you know thyself. It's like, okay, well, yes, they see me as the enemy, great. So I'm like, ain't nobody gonna take my son. And it's like, oh, Cindy, no, Cindy. But I feel like we're closer to resolving that issue, maybe. Also, Cindy was there to kind of like snap some sense into Jinxie, which again, I feel like he's been kind of sort of aware of his feelings the last few episodes or but now she kind of really snapped him into it, like, girl, it's obvious to anybody you like her, so y'all just need to get married and get over it. So he is sitting at the bar by himself right now, kind of drinking his sorrows away. And hopefully, after a night of rest, he will be able to come up with a game plan as to how he can approach her. Maybe Cindy can talk to her again and explain the situation. It was her who hired the lawyer, blah, blah, and not Jinxie. He had nothing. I was hoping Hardy could explain it to her, but maybe Cindy is the person who needs to explain it to her. We just need Minwei to know. Get this cleared up and know that he is not out here trying to take her son. Not out here trying to take her son. It's not an option. It's not what he's doing. But we'll just have to wait till next episode to see if that happens. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah.
Stranded